Okay, guys, we're back, and we're going to talk about this time the video called "Should We Have Bought the Truck the Second Time?" The link to that video is going to be above Michelle's. Actually, no, it's going to be above Chris Lattice Drake's head. Yeah, I think
Wherever
so.
you see the link, that's where you
Yeah,
go.
it's going to be above somebody's head, okay? So basically watch that video because it's very interesting. Before Chuck passed away, the last actual city council meeting he attended, which I believe was on May 27th, the city approved another $500,000 to ice pig areas of the city that they had already done. So Chuck had brought up, and he said, because, last year the council did have an opportunity to buy an ice pigging truck. And Chuck said, we've basically spent $1 million at this point, over $1 million ice pigging the city. Why don't we just buy the truck? So this presentation that happened at this council meeting from Marjorie was basically the answer to Chuck's ask. They did a cost estimate analysis, I guess, on this, and they presented this, which I'm going to show you on the screen. Basically, they said that the truck would cost $1,400,000. They said that semi-annual preventative maintenance from Canada would cost $64,000. A 3-man crew with salaries and benefits would cost $150,000. A manager with expertise, his salary and benefits would be $105,000. Wow, that's nice. Operating costs would be $15,000, and corrective maintenance and repairs would be $10,000 for a total estimated annual cost of $504,000 a year. So I'm just going to give my thoughts real quick on this. A lot of these numbers are guesstimates. A manager with expertise at $105,000. I'll take that job. I need a 6-figure job. It'll pick me up. Why couldn't we use some existing city staff to do this job if needed? And whether ice pigging works or not. And obviously, since we're going back and redoing areas of the city that have already been done.
It shouldn't be that difficult.
Well, it's not making that good about how well it's working. They're going back to my neighborhood.
Right. And mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
But to go to add to what you're saying, Tom, first of all, like Michelle pointed out, there's 2 maintenances there, number 1. Number two, if it's a 3-man crew and then you have to hire a manager, why can't one of that 3-man crew be that particular manager?
Right.
I mean, wouldn't you think that if we're going to have one truck, everybody who knows what they're doing should be on that truck? I can understand it being a Monday through Friday project unless there's an emergency. Then you'll allocate for, a weekend or whatever. Having been a county employee myself, I can tell you that I know that there are sometimes that there's extenuating circumstances that come and you have to move, your days around and stuff. But to me, as someone who's experiencing it to the degree that I'm experiencing it, and you as well in your subdivision, at this point in time, it just doesn't make sense to me to hand over a fist to continue to borrow from somebody when this could end up, like Chuck said, this could have been an income-bearing product.
Yes.
It could have been something we could lend to other municipalities. So it's not like we're bearing all the costs and the brunt of it,
Yeah.
So this is working 5 days a week. How many hours and how many days have they done it for us for $1 million? Just a question. I mean, you would say maybe a couple weeks worth, that's full time.
Right.
So if we spent $1 million for a couple weeks of full-time work, couldn't we have the income of that when we do it for other people and make a heck of a lot more money?
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking, I don't think they'd spend more than a couple weeks of full-time just St. Cloud.
Even a couple months.
They had to keep leaving and coming back,
Right.
leaving, but
Right.
no, they had to stop for this, they had to come back.
Right.
So full-time, 5 days a week
Right.
of them doing it,
Right.
I'm not
Well-
positive it's been that long.
When you think about that, the other income, the other costs that are accrued with that situation, you have manpower who's coming down here. We're having to probably for them to stay somewhere.
Yep.
We're having to they're not leaving on a Monday through Friday and going home at the end of the night.
Right.
So, I know my husband gets paid, when he goes on the road, he gets paid a different wage than he is in his office and his shop. But my point is this, even let's just say for the giggles of it, it was 2 months, right? Let's say the total quality of 2 months.
Of actual work.
If that is what they need to do for us here, the other 10 months out of the year, they're going somewhere, not only would it pay for itself, it would be making money.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Are we not equating that correctly? I mean, anybody want to help me out here with that?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that would be the case. I mean, that's what Chuck thought too. Obviously, the city has no interest in that. Instead, we're spending, $500,000 every time we go to do this. We pay, the people in Melbourne who bought the truck from Suez to come out here and do it. And we're not even sure if this is working. And that's part of the problem I have with it is spending all this money. We're not sure if it's working. It just doesn't make fiscal sense to me to keep spending, $500,000 here, $500,000 there.
We're renting, right,
home.
exactly.
Right.
If you own the home, you can actually rent out the home and have an income.
And if we find
while
it's
you're
not
in
working for us,
And we can sell
You
the
sell it
truck.
to another
Right,
municipality.
right. Then you sell the truck. I
right,
mean,
right.